Chairman, Senate Committee on Health, Senator Dr. Trump, the Chairman, House of Representatives Committee on Women Affairs, and Member, House Committee on Health, Honorable Princess Christina Alada, Honorable James Mukherjee, Member, House Committee on Health, Permanent Secretary, Federal Minister of Health, Mrs. Fatima Bamidele, the Honorable Commissioner for Health, Cross River State and his colleagues here present, the Executive Secretary, National Health Insurance Scheme, Togogo, the Acting Executive Director, National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. F.E. Kaniga, donor agencies, distinguished participants, vital guests, ladies and gentlemen. When the chairman of the Senate Committee said that the legislators are the true representatives of the poor, I noticed that there was a kind of mixed feeling in all. But it's true. The only qualification is that the legislator is a true representative of the poor and the rich. But don't ask me which of the line of the legislator is. Because if you ask me, we'll tell you it's a problem. Firstly, let me offer the apologies of the governor who actually this was his invite. You must have noticed in Calabar, I have just one flight to Abuja. And there's a meeting tomorrow morning between all the governors and the president to sort out few neighboring issues between the states and the federal government. And the flight to Abuja is around 12:30 this afternoon. So there's no way that we're able to make this event and catch up with the flight. Incidentally, for us in Turkey, we are in four states. Otherwise, we would have been able to procure an aircraft to carry you to anywhere you want to be at any time you want to be there. So let me firstly begin by formally welcoming all our distinguished guests who have traveled from across the country to converge here. Your choice of Calabar as venue for this very significant workshop must have been motivated by the clean and serene environment which Calabar has become noted for. I invite you all to savor the warmth of our environment and the great hospitality of our people. I also invite you to take out time and visit some of our most exotic tourist sites that abound in our states. You are indeed welcome. Healthcare services play critical roles in our overall development as a nation. Indeed, for us in Cross River State, we measure the wealth of our people by the health of our citizens. That accounts for why much premium is placed on this important sector, which can only be neglected at great peril. However, due to poverty and other social indices of development, it has become increasingly difficult for poor families to access healthcare services in the country. The negative attitude of caregivers has equally contributed to the lack of enthusiasm by our people to seek for healthcare in our public health institutions. It is my hope that this workshop will not only provide solutions to the funding challenges which the health sector is facing, but will define a clear roadmap to mitigate the attitudinal challenges which the sector faces. Over the years, government at both state and federal levels have conducted various measures aimed at achieving results in the health sector. Such measures include, amongst others, the establishment of the National Health Insurance Scheme, the National Primary Healthcare Agency, as well as the articulation of national and state strategic health development plans. I am aware of the significant impact which these laudable initiatives have had in the administration of healthcare in the country, but it remains pertinent that we undertake periodic reviews of our strategies so that our services can be delivered more effectively and efficiently. It will be recalled that Cross-Country was the first to key into the National Healthcare Insurance Scheme in 2006. Our eagerness to implement the NHIS was predicated on our belief that health insurance is a strategic and viable funding option for healthcare. I am convinced that the recent challenges which we have experienced with the scheme in the state will soon be overcome, and we are optimistic that our state will soon return to the fold of states that are offering their citizens affordable health insurance. In the meantime, the Cross River State Government, in collaboration with Tulsi Children Foundation, has focused on delivering community-based primary health care services. We have rolled out the 2 local government areas 3 years ago, so now there are 8, and for the first time, I am happy to report that Bekwara, which is one of the local governments implementing the new PHC initiative, has recorded only 1 death in last year and none since the beginning of this year. Under the scheme also, the state government is providing free healthcare services to all pregnant women and children under the age of 5 through a special program implemented by the Ministry of Social Welfare and Community Development called Project Hope. In addition to the above initiative, the state has now passed a Primary Healthcare Development Agency law, which is unique in the sense that it has made provision for the funding of primary healthcare as a first-line charge from the resources of the state and local governments. We are determined to have a sustainable PHS services for our people and will not relent until this is achieved and the health-related Millennium Development Goals are attained. I wish to, at this juncture, commend the Minister of Health, Professor C.O. Onyebuchi-Chukwu, and his team for their untiring efforts to improve healthcare services in the country. One of such efforts is this workshop, which aims at not only exploring new strategies of raising additional resources for healthcare services in the country, but also implementing equitable health financing mechanisms that are sensitive to the needs of the poor. It is my fervent hope that it will also strengthen the knowledge base of both federal and state government health institutions with a view to improving their services to the citizenry. Again, it would not have come at a better time than now, when we are doing everything possible at all levels to make healthcare services more affordable and available for our people. Equally, the theme of this workshop, which is improving financial access to healthcare services for the poor in Nigeria, is not only apt but timely in view of our present collective resolve to improve the health of every Nigerian. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the interstate collaboration which this workshop seeks to achieve as one of its focal points is quite commendable. I do believe that the citizenry will be placed in a more realistic position to afford healthcare services in Nigeria. Let me at this juncture call on the various resource persons chosen for this workshop to give of their best as they try to impart knowledge to participants. Every effort to do so will help to disseminate knowledge and evidence from health financing mechanisms that target the poor in our society. In the same vein, the participant must endeavor to practicalize the lessons learned here and impart such knowledge on others. It is only when that chain of learning, practicalizing and imparting the knowledge to others is completed that the workshop can be said to be successful. Finally, while welcoming you once again to Calabar, I wish you a rewarding experience of this workshop, even as I urge you to explore this beautiful city of preferred destination for business or leisure. It is on this note that I now declare this workshop as improving financial access to healthcare services for the poor in Nigeria, formally open. I thank you.
Another round of applause for the excellency, the President of the State, Barrister Victor Kopa. Thank you, sir.